Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Alright, motherfucker, listen up. This is for the fucking homies steady giving no fucks. If you wanna join the party, put your middle fingers up. And when the music fucking hits, you better
Well, happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturday to you. Come on, man. What's up, peeps? How y'all living today? Everybody, come on in. Come on in and share the live. What's up, Hank? Amy, what's good? How are you doing, Amy? Unfiltered. And Brownies is already in the building, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up, Leesky? We're going to talk about some crazy things tonight, man. Oh, Gypsy's going nuts, bro. The Gypsy people are going crazy, man. I hope y'all had a good day. It was a great Saturday for y'all. Saturday Night Live. Chitty, 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 chitty. What you doing, chitty, chitty? What you doing, chitty, chitty? Oh, man. I hope everybody's had a good weekend, man. Tomorrow is Sunday. It's church day. I don't particularly go to church, but some people do. You guys want to go over and hang out with Toddy all day, you guys can go hang out with Toddy, man. I'm going to talk about some crazy stuff, man. Woke up and spent the day with the grandbaby. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. I haven't done anything but chill. I haven't done shit all day. I'm going to be honest. Took a shower. That's about it. Took a shower. Man, look, I'm not going to be on here too long. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I got some things to talk about, though. We got a lot of shit to talk about. I'll just go ahead and get right into it, man. Let's see here. I got a few videos on Gypsy that we're going to discuss, man. And then I want to get back into the Whittaker content as well. I think I'm going to go over the Gypsy Rose first. Let me see here. Where's it at? Where's it at? Okay. Here is the video. Let me make sure I pause it. What's up, Chrissy with a K? All right, let's bring it on in, y'all. Bring it on in. Here we are, chat. Good old Gyppers. So here we see Gyppers in her natural habitat. This will be Gypsy in her natural habitat, guys.
Rose rages at her baby daddy Ken and cuts up a blanket.
This is all that I ever been to you. This is how I feel about you. Lies! All it is lies! Lies, lies, lies! Oh! But it's so mean. The hell you are! The hell you are! Lies! All of it! All of it! All of it!
Who is this bimbo blonde whore? Who is the bimbo blonde whore? His ex? Because she sounded crazy as hell in that video. You got to go. You got scissors in your hand. You're chopping up a blanket and shit. We know what happened to moms. You got to go, yo. I'm being dead serious. You got to go. We can't live in the same household. I can't go to sleep next to you. Absolutely not, man. Let's see else what we got here.
That was sent.
What I'm going to say is how did this video get out? If she sent it to Ken, then how did it get out? You got to ask yourself, right?
It's not the headboard video.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's not the headboard video. I want to see the headboard video.
Is that something you ran across? That video?
She cut up a blanket. She was mad at me about something. She cut up a blanket.
So you did see this video. It's not like a surprise to you.
No, I've seen it before.
Okay, so it's not a surprise, right? It's not a surprise. He's seen it before. What's up, Mindy? She's talking about the girl Ken dated before she got out of prison. So his ex. Is she cute? Is she at all pretty? If you ask me, this is a little bit senile, man. That's a little bit overboard. But what was the problem? Are they talked about that? Because they're all on Sir Morbid's channel. Like, how did this video get out? How does one release a video like that? Kitty. Like, if she sent that to Ken and Ken only, that means Ken sent it around then, right? Let's see what other people have to say about it. Let's go watch. Let's hear what this lady had to say.
This is how I feel about you. Lies.
You think they released it on purpose?
Lies. Hell you are.
Poor doggy.
Lies. All of it.
Lies, manipulation. What did he do? What did he do?
Go back to your bimbo blonde whore. Fuck you.
So this is
Hmm.
a video that Gypsy did and she sent to Ken. I guess she was jealous about some kind of woman or something. And
She sent it
standing
to Ken? How does it get out then? Like, if you don't want it out.
her standing there with that weapon in her hand really freaks me out, and I was getting really stressed out because their dog was there too. It's just a lot, and we're seeing Gypsy become
It's a lot because of what she's done in her past, dude. She's a freaking murderer. You think Ken's mama released it? How the hell did Ken's mama get it? She found a note or something from Ken's old girlfriend and went psycho. Bro, you got to think of the damage she's already done to someone, man. Like, if she's picking up freaking scissors and cutting up blankets, dude, I wouldn't feel safe around her. I'm just saying. I wouldn't. Not with her doing shit like this. Nah, man. You got an anger issue.
done publicly, because a lot of people know she's been losing it privately, and it's happened, right? And we're seeing the same patterns that she does. She did this video, she sent it to Ken. It reminds me of the videos that she was sending to Nicholas Goodajon.
I know, like, why do they conversate? Why do they communicate in video, bro? Y'all live together. Taped it herself and sent Kim to give him a message. Oh my Lord. So he sent it around. What the fuck? These people, they're messy.
Like, you, and some of the videos and the emails, they were talking about when Gypsy was losing it, and she's repeating that same pattern. Now, the next pattern that she repeated is the one that's freaking a lot of people out. I don't know if some of you guys have seen this
Oh, this is wild.
video. It's a video that's been around for some time. She recorded this video, sent it to Nicholas Goodajohn. Now the hand motion, it was for her to show Nicholas where her mother was sleeping for him to go unalive her. And rumor has it, a lot of people
That's
now are
wild,
saying that they've seen
dude.
the video of Gypsy recording the same thing and sending it to Ken on his side of the bed, and she did a big X on their headboard. I guess that headboard's been changed, and it was around the time that that video was recorded and sent.
Okay, and that headboard video, I guess, is only has been spoke about because of Ken's sister now. Ken's got a cute little sister. Or I don't know if she's littler or smaller. I don't know. She's younger. She's a little cutie. But she's running around trying to get clout and money off of it too, yeah.
So Ken received
trying to
that
get
video.
paid
He
too
sent
now.
it to a few people. A few people have seen it, including Ken's sister. Ken's sister has been speaking out recently because she is concerned. She is concerned that Gypsy is acting erratical. She's been drinking a lot. She drinks a lot and gets really radical in front of their daughter, in front of the baby. And she
Oh,
is
she's drinking? So Gypsy likes to drink, huh? That's not good. People that are violent shouldn't drink. I don't think so. I really don't truly believe it. People that are violent shouldn't drink, man. And especially when you have a child around. Where was the baby during all this? I mean, I guess we all have a right to freak out every now and then and lose our shit. I guess we all have that right. But I don't understand why the video has to go around. I don't get it. I understand that you can freak out. You can have arguments with your spouse. Hell, you might throw a dish. You might break something. Who knows, man? We all live, right? But why is the video being passed around? That's what I'm not understanding. And now she's even speaking on the Shrilla case, bro.
concerned not only for her brother but also for the baby as well, and I guess Gypsy too. And that's the thing, that Gypsy has never gotten the help that she actually needed. While she was in prison, she didn't go to therapy, she didn't get any mental health help. And it's obvious because we're seeing the same patterns, and the fact that the mainstream media is not ready to have this conversation about Gypsy blows my mind. But I'm hoping now that this video is available.
Dude, the mainstream media is just propping her up again. TMZ's had her on to talk about the Shrilla shit. Dude, TMZ just props her up. I don't get how it's okay. I really don't. I get she did her time. I get it. But why is she being propped up for what she did? Like, is our society fucking, it's becoming ruined. Our society is failing. It's failing. And I feel sorry for my great-grandchildren. I do. They're going to be living in a completely different world.
And people are able to see how Gypsy just loses it. Let me know, what do you guys think about this? I posted only a small clip. I'm going to post a full video on my backup. I'm going to tag myself below. But let me know, does this make you concerned about Gypsy? Does it make you rethink anything about her? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like my video, share it. I'll update you guys with anything.
It just looks like Gypsy has an anger issue. She just has an anger issue. Sounds like to me. Let's just rip up shit. Let's have a fucking rip up contest. But when you're hurt, you don't need to be seen freaking out with a butcher knife. Very true. Very true. But this is scissors, right? She's cutting with scissors.
That's happened. And follow me for more true crime story time. And
She's definitely freaking out, y'all. Let's see what old TMZ does. Hold on, let me go to Ken Urker's sister. Because that's God damn it. Okay, so I guess they went on Morbid last night or some other night or whatever. And they all had it out or whatever. I don't know. I don't watch too much of it. But here we go, chat.
The video sent to my brother from Gypsy, upset, doing some things to his headboard. I don't know if Aurora was in her custody. I believe she was, but nonetheless, it's scary. I asked, what were we gonna do? Like, what do you mean?
Okay, so I guess Ken had something happen to his headboard. I guess there was a big X wrote on it. Like this would fear me going to sleep. I'm just telling you. And out of fear, I wouldn't want to hurt her. Like out of fear, I would have to hurt my wife, and that's fucked up to think. That's why I don't understand these men. Yeah, call the police. Yeah. Or here's a solution. Break up. Imagine that, huh, Leesky? Just don't go with her.
What are we gonna do with the video?
Okay. Pause to read. Allegedly, a video was sent to Ken depicting an X on his side of the headboard. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is doing a downward jabbing motion, insinuating that something may happen to him while he slept. This is almost identical to a video she sent to Nick Godejohn filming Dee Dee's side of the bed. Allegedly, Ken is afraid to leave her. Gypsy's only about this bigger. I mean, you could knock her out. She needs to be in prison, yo. That's where she needs to be, but she got a good deal and she took it. And it's not unheard of for somebody to get a good deal like that. Their first crime ever, never even been in trouble. That's why she got the deal. And Nick, you should have fucking pled guilty too, stupid. Like, so ignorant, man.
And I was told that someone did call the authorities, but the authorities basically said there's nothing they can do. It's
Well, they did call the authorities, Lee. Somebody did call the cops. Cops say there's nothing they can do. Good point, Leesky. I would be out, dude. I would be out. There's just no way I would deal with no shit like this. Not in my life, man. Like, I'm too old for that shit, first of all. I'm not trying to fight with people. But, like, I don't know.
Property and
she
didn't do anything. And they said it was too late. I don't understand that one.
Too late.
I saw the video recently. And when I saw the video, I was under the impression that it was recent. I'm seeing now that it might have been back in October.
Okay, so it was back in October. So when the new tearing up the blanket video is recent, so that's even more fucking scary. She's done it twice now. She's done it twice, Chet. Twice, man. She's gonna kill somebody else. You think? How many do you think she's gonna do it?
Yes. There was a video sent to my brother from Gypsy, upset.
Jesus, man. So I guess TMZ had her on. Renelle Smith did a video about it.
Documentaries and stuff like that.
Hello Starlights on TikTok. I will have a YouTube and TikTok.
Y'all go do me a favor and go over and sub to her. That's Renelle Smith, y'all. YouTube.com. God, she's had so many different looks, man. Gypsy really does never look the same, does she? In every video or every picture I see of her, she does not look the same ever. No, I don't believe anything, GMZ. I think they're doing actually a disservice to the community, especially with Gypsy Rose. I think they're doing a huge disservice by pumping her up again, bringing her out about another woman's crime. And they're talking to her about the Shrilla involvement. I'm like, what the fuck, yo? Hello, Miss Kitty Cat. What's up, Brandy? She looks different in everything, man. Yeah, good point. We don't believe TMZ nothing.
Let's in the description box. Check this
Remember
out.
they had-
I'm watching the
I
documentary.
watched all of the documentaries
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
We just had a conversation with
What I don't
Dom's
understand
sister.
about it is they made a big deal of that. She's wearing a seatbelt and they're not. And I get it that you're safer with a
that's
seatbelt.
not right. If you're going
100 miles an hour into a wall,
you would think
But
that
If you crash, let me tell you this right now. If you crash a vehicle going 100 miles an hour into a wall on purpose, it was for murder-suicide. Simple as that. That person crashed that car knowing they were going to die too. I promise you that. They did not think they were going to live and then kill that person. Absolutely not. You cannot make me believe that. That person had it in their mind that they were going to die as well. I have to believe that. Like anybody would know that you're taking a very big risk of dying yourself. So I think she went in to try to kill them all. I did. I think she did that to try to kill everybody in the car, even herself. I firmly believe that because you just don't go 100 mile an hour into a fucking wall, bro. You just don't do it without thinking you're going to die. I got a gay friend named Eric too, and he lost a twin daughter to a car racing incident. His daughter got in a car with a young man. There was 4 people total in the car, 2 boys, 2 girls. The 2 girls were in the back seat. They're racing down Madison Avenue. It's like a strip where people try to race at. And then there's a bridge that goes under. They lost control right at the bridge and smacked the middle of the bridge where it's all stone. They smacked it, and the young lady got through out of the back seat window, dog. Out of the back window. And she lost her life. She was the only one that lost her life. So I'm telling you, you're not going to run into a wall at 100 mile an hour and think that you're just doing that and you're going to live. Not that thought doesn't cross your mind. It doesn't. It's you're going to die too. Here we go. I'm taking everybody with me. That's what you're thinking in that moment.
but I've talked to a bunch of people who say the seatbelt was a huge thing. I don't think it's a huge thing.
I don't think
It's
it is.
something.
I mean, maybe it explains why she survived, but you wouldn't be thinking. I thought the same thing. You
Yeah.
wouldn't be thinking you're going to survive
Right.
going that fast.
So was she intending to kill? Was she intending to kill everybody?
I don't know. That's the intent is very interesting because I mean, I wouldn't crash my car into a building and think I'm going to survive.
Right.
Well, see, she thinks the same way I do, but I don't even want Gypsy even thinking the same way as me. God dang it. I might have to change my point of view. No, that's my point of view. I think the young lady thought she was going to die too. I think she did. Like, look at her there, dude. She looks completely different in every single photo, dude. Like the woman's got 1,000 faces, like she's Satan or something. Straight up, she's evil as fuck. Woman of many faces.
Isn't that interesting that they are getting feedback from
From
a
a
convicted
murderer.
murderer about another convicted murderer?
Easy. I am
But we
not
know
happy with this.
what Gypsy's intentions were, since she did manipulate an autistic man to kill her mum for her so she could frame him and then live her life free of her mum.
So
Like,
then
why?
it was murder suicide the way you see it.
That's why I kind of see it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean I think that's kind of what
Yeah.
except they
And if
were
it is,
they were
then she's guilty.
But the prosecution was
Right.
making it seem like she knew she was going to live. And that made no sense to me.
Yeah, that doesn't make
Yeah,
any
that
sense at all.
doesn't make sense. A seatbelt's not going to save you from 100 miles per hour crash. I mean,
Absolutely.
the probability of that would be
Yeah.
so low.
If anything, the seatbelt's going to save you. At 100 mile an hour, a seatbelt's going to save you. It's going to keep you from being thrown around the car at least. Because if you're not seatbelted and you crash into something going 100 mile an hour, there's a quite big chance that you're going to be ejected from the vehicle, and you can guarantee that's almost death every time. Every time. They said the little girl, to get out the back window, she had to have been folded in half. Her body, her spleen was broken. Like a lot of her lower extremities were all broken, and they ended up couldn't save her. And she went out the back window. They said she had to have been folded in half, man. Like literally. They didn't find her folded in half, but that's how she had to have got out that back window. It's just the force of it will just drive you straight out that back window and snap you and clean in half. Car crash isn't a great way to die, man. I remember one night my mom had been gone for like, me and my mom were living with my grandmother at the time. And my mom had stayed out for like 2 nights, right? And it was just odd of me to never hear from her. And even if she was staying out, she would at least call me and say, hey, I'm staying out. Don't lock the door. You know what I mean? Don't worry about me. And she didn't stay out. She didn't stay out. And one night I got a phone call. And I knew for some reason when I went to bed that night, I was going to get a horrible phone call because I had not heard from my mother at all. And it was a horrible phone call. My mom was in the ICU. And when I went down there, man, let me tell you something. She looked like Frankenstein, dude. She had scalped her head with the windshield. She had stitches and staples going all the way across the top of her head. Like she was scalped, like ripped her scalp back. Then she broke her jaw in like 4 places, and she had her mouth wired shut. She couldn't speak, and it freaked me out, man. I thought I was going to lose my mama. But it happens. She did in a car crash. She hit a telephone pole.
Though she did.
Anyway, we got to do this show, but it's nice meeting you.
Do you mind if I get a photo of you guys together?
That was the first time Harvey ever met her.
Sure, come on in.
I'll get in a minute.
Yeah.
The chat says, hey, Gypsy Rose.
Hey,
Gypsy. Nice meeting you. All right, take care.
That's all? That's it? That's all? You brung her in here to comment on a murder? Hold on, y'all. There's a whole podcast with her in it too.
What was I going to tell you?
The chat said they love her haircut. So we said, that's Gypsy. She looks great. Love her haircut.
She's so, I didn't, she's just so.
They laughed at her.
the same height.
I know, we don't have.
Getting mad at me.
She's smaller
They're the
than
same,
him.
they're
We don't have a lot
barely.
of people here who are smaller than us.
I wish Netta was
other
here.
Than Nauman.
They laughed at her, dog. They just laughed at Gypsy. Yeah, there's some serious injuries. Yeah, I think it was a murder-suicide for sure. Because you just don't think about hitting something going that fast, and the thought don't cross your mind that you're going to die too. There's no thought that crosses your mind that you're going to live miraculously, you know, and you're going to get the job done by offing this guy. It just don't go through your head like that. I'm sorry. It just don't. Not even a madman would think that. You would have to be pretty insane to think I'm going to drive this thing into this wall 100 mile an hour and I'm going to get off. I'm going to get off because I thought I was going to kill myself. Yeah, I'm going to get off and I'm going to off this dude and get off with it. Yeah, right. You were thinking you were going to die too. They made fun of you.
That was a great. That was
Or Netta.
someone who went to jail for murder.
They laughed at you.
I know, you want to use it?
That was really. That's like to ask.
Okay. You want to put it in like you want to do an E?
No, that's why they brung her there, is to ask her that dumb ass question. So for her to say it would be inappropriate, oh no. TMZ wasn't going for that. Nah. Why would you bring stupid ass Gypsy Rose up there just for a dumb ass question like that?
Yeah, do a knee.
That was a great.
Yeah.
Do it
What
neat.
happened to? Well, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take that and use it neat.
Yeah.
What happened to our
Yeah.
mom?
You don't have to be so excited about it, Jonah.
Did we say Gypsy Rose Blanchard ever?
I think Charlie didn't she?
She's still here.
No,
No, it's
did
fine.
Charlie? Did we actually say her full?
Why don't you just Chiron her?
They didn't even introduce her, dude. Harvey's like, did we even ever say her name?
Well, no. Yeah. Okay.
No second line.
Oh.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that. Ooh. Yeah, no.
About Gypsy Rose, dude. They were talking about a second line underneath Gypsy's name, which that said, "Oh Lord."
Oh God.
You just had a murderer in
Can you
there.
kill our mics, please?
You just had a murderer in there with y'all, man. Y'all were just in there with a stone cold killer, boy. Ha 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 ha. Hello, kitty kitty. Hi, kitty kitty. Hi. Don't you look up me like you're cute. What do you want? He thinks he runs the show here, man. Hello, Camilla.
Please.
Can someone let me know what
There's
Harvey
another look.
said Chiron her? Also, how embarrassing to see these men laughing at.
I guess she was there for a podcast, to be honest. I think she was there for a pod. I don't know if I got that. I think I did, though. I thought. Maybe I didn't. Oh boy, she does. She sits and does a pod. She does a pod, y'all. 17th on the like. Please hit that like button for your homie, please. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you much.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard to talk about rebuilding life after prison, motherhood.
She ain't rebuilding anything. She ain't being an advocate like she said she would. She's not. She's out starting trouble on fucking social media, if you ask me. She's a troublemaker. So I don't want to hear shit about her rebuilding life.
And society's
Oh,
fascination
boy.
with high-profile female criminal cases. Welcome, Gypsy Rose.
Hi, thank
Maybe
you
that's
for
her
having me.
karma.
Woo, Gypsy in LA. How has it been for you so far visiting?
It's been really nice. This is my 4th time to Los Angeles, and I feel like every time I step off the plane in LA, like I feel like that girl, you know?
Yeah.
Like
That girl, are you? What makes you that girl, Gypsy? See, this is a little too far, man. God, our children are watching this. Like, our children know she offed her mama and that she got away with it. Not fully. She had to give up some years of her life. You can never get that back. But it wasn't dear or near enough for what she got away with, man. Like, so they come and had her on the live show just to ask her the Shrilla question because they probably had her. It's the same outfit. So, yeah, they were there to do this pod with her.
it just gives me a confidence boost or something.
It's crazy because I think it was the first time you came to LA after your release.
Mm-hmm.
There was this video of you seeing the beach for the first time.
Mhm.
And that was so eye-opening to see you experience that. How do you feel you've grown since?
Wait a minute. She's from Louisiana and has never seen a beach. I mean, if I lived in the same state that had beaches, I would be there. Right? I think everybody would. Correct? Now, if you live in Montana, the only beach you're going to see is on a lake beach. So, Louisiana literally has beaches.
Like that first video, seeing
Oh
the
my
beach.
goodness. I just feel like I've lived a lot of life in the last 2 years.
I do
And
too,
just kind
China.
of seeing me then, I was just, everything was so new to me and experiencing things for the first time. So now coming back, I kind of feel like, okay, I kind of know a little bit more about LA and stuff like that. So I'm able to,
And stuff
you
like
know,
that.
search
And just stuff like that. A little bit about LA and stuff like that.
for things that I'm like, okay, I want to go eat here now. Like,
That's
you know,
what you way to live it up, Gypsy. I want to go eat here now. You're teaching the youth.
Regular
job,
girl.
you're such an
Do you
advocate.
get spotted and recognized every time you come out?
I do, but thankfully it's always been really nice. It's just mostly people want
Yeah, nobody wants to fucking come across wrong to you. Look what they stand a chance of happening to them. Shit. I mean, I probably wouldn't approach her. I'm gonna be honest. If I ever seen the jippers out somewhere, I'd just let her go jip along the way. I'd film her. Maybe I would ask her some questions. Maybe I would. I would approach her because I'd like to flip the phone out and ask some questions. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, chat? Just flip the phone out and ask some questions, yo. Get aggressive as fuck on her.
selfies and stuff like that. So I don't mind.
Yeah,
Selfie?
good for you.
Yeah,
So you were
okay.
released about what, 3 years ago?
2.5, I think.
2.5 years ago. And since your release, I feel like you've been navigating life pretty well. You know, you're on social media. You're, I guess you would say, an influencer.
Navigating social media well. Did you do any of your research? TMZ. Did you do any research? Any at all? Because she hasn't been navigating this social media very well. She's a shit stirrer. She's a channel taker downer. Taker downer. She's a channel taker downer. Yeah, she does that. Actively. As you sit there and talk to her, she's probably got people trying to take channels down. That's not cool, TMZ. You wouldn't like that, would you? Being free press.
Of course, that comes with pros and cons. Your
Yeah.
life is looked at under a microscope. And there's so many
It
things
is.
that you get criticized for that I think are unfair. But how do you handle criticism like
She
that
can't.
when you are very present on social media?
She has her husband go on a YouTube page. What's up, Mary?
It's hard. I mean, you have to look
She
at
has her
it
husband
from
go
a
Sir Morbid.
lens of, okay, how is a critic going to look at this? And how do I look at this? And you have to maintain a balance because you don't want to catch
Where?
yourself off guard by
Hey, look at her up here just lying. You got to maintain a balance. What? Where's the balance? Where's the fucking balance at, Gypsy? I'll see no balance. None at all.
comment. So unfortunately, you're always having to kind of critique your own self. Like,
Oh, really?
how do I look? Does my stomach look big? Does
Yeah?
my hair look out of
That's
place?
what you're worried about?
You have to pick yourself apart.
That's what you're worried about, mommy? Well, let me tell you something. I know I'm ugly. I know I am not winning no motherfucking beauty competitions. So that's the last thing I'm worried about what somebody says to me on YouTube. Is your hair? Oh, you're getting gray. Oh, you're old. Oh, you look like smut. Fine. Great. Nice intellectual level you have there. Can we get to the points now?
While
'Cause the
also
beauty don't last,
maintaining
baby.
yourself.
Yeah. And speaking of your appearance, that's kind of one of the criticisms you've been getting recently is
Women,
about
once
the
they
wigs
pass
that you've been
60, it's
experimenting
over for
with,
you.
which I
It's
feel
over
like
for
is
you.
so unfair because so many people experiment with wigs and don't get the criticism like you do. But today,
No wig.
No
No
wig.
wig. No, this
Okay.
is my natural hair. I've been
Well, good for you. Your little natural hair. Oh man, oh man, oh man. There's a flag on the play, man. We don't give a fuck about your hair. What are you doing for the children? What are you doing for young women? What are you doing for young women that are being battered at home by their mothers and being like, are you advocating for anything, Gypsy? Because you have a great big voice. You have a voice that reaches millions of people. And all I've seen you do is just jump right in the fucking the mess of social media. The drama train. Yeah. You should be using that clout to be building people. You should. I'm just saying.
It out for 6 months,
Mhm.
and
just
I think
saying
it
that.
looks good. It's getting there.
So you were experimenting with the wigs
Hair.
because you were dyeing your hair so much post prison,
Uh,
and it kind of wasn't great,
Yeah,
in great
it was
shape.
it was really rough because
yeah, on the hair.
orig-
Let's have Gypsy on to talk about her fucking hair. I'm fucking so sick of mainstream media. I'm so sick of mainstream media, dude. They feed our population garbage.
originally I had got highlights and I maintained those highlights, but then it became like I wanted to go blonder. And so I kept going to the salon until
Fried your
I
brain, didn't
just
you?
kind of wanted to do it at home.
Mhm.
And I bleached my hair twice in one day.
Oh no, Gypsy.
It was
As a blonde, I can tell you that's
it
not
was
good.
really, really bad. And then to cover it up, I put brown box dye on it. And after that process was over, my hair was green.
Oh.
And I was like, I can't go back. So I'm going to start fresh. And I don't like short hair. So I bought a wig and I wore that for a few months. And now I can say that I'm getting more comfortable without
Well,
them.
good for you, Gypsy.
I
What
think
are
it's
you
cute,
doing
little
for
pixie
children that
cut.
lose their hair? Are you doing anything for leukemia
So
patients?
you have a daughter, Aurora. She's about 1 year old, right?
She is actually about to be 17 months.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
17
It's
months.
so
We've got
crazy.
5 of
What has
those.
surprised you most about motherhood?
I think all the different emotions that I would go through was very surprising to me
I hate that
because
shit.
when
Well,
people
she's still just 1 year, Gypsy. No, she's 17 months. Still just a year, Gypsy. When they get 2, they'll be 2.
told me, I'm sure it's very difficult for you now raising your own daughter.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, I
having,
bet.
had a great childhood. So how do you navigate that? And I'm like,
Ugh,
I'm
excuse me, man.
doing
I
it
got a
the
cold,
best of my
y'all.
ability. I'm being the best
I had
mom
my
that I
air
can
on
be.
for 2 nights in a
I'm
row.
going with
and
my
it gave me a
gut, my
cold.
instincts,
I
and
think
my
that's what
heart.
it is.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
no
just
wig, guys. I wonder how she learned to be a mom. That's my that would be my first question. How did you learn how to be such a good mother?
love your love story with Ken.
Mhm.
And
The
I think
love story?
everybody, when you
She cheated on Ryan with Ken. Did you read the fucking emails, dipshit? Her love story isn't a love story. It's a fucking scam. Like TMZ and these fucking mainstream media, dude, they know all about this shit. But they sweep for her. They're sweeping for her, dude. Like, did y'all read the emails where she was playing Ryan, talking to this man over here? Like, what?
when you first got out of prison, everybody was so fascinated with your love life because you were married to Ryan Anderson, and
Oh
that's
boy, you brung up his name. He's going to be all over TikTok about that one. You brung up his name. Oh boy. You guys, boy.
didn't work out, and when you guys broke up, you rekindled
up,
things
back
with
up.
your former fiance, Ken Urker. You guys had a child together, Aurora, that we just discussed. Do you feel a lot of pressure to tie the knot with Ken? You guys aren't engaged right now, but you do have a child. Things are
Oh,
serious.
that's a good
Do you
question.
feel pressure to make things more serious?
I feel like I don't feel pressure from him. He doesn't feel pressure from me. So we don't pressure each other, but I feel the world does.
Yeah.
I feel like the world
Oh,
is just asking that question
you
nonstop.
rage bait.
And
You rage bait him marrying you, Gypsy. You rage bait him putting a ring on your finger. Like, what are we watching here? Let's just sauce it up for the people. Fucking unreal, man. Fucking unreal. I don't know. Dude, if I'm Ken, I'm not marrying her. I'm not marrying her. There's no way I would. I mean, now I don't know. I don't know. Just depends on where Ken's at, you know? Because Ken or Ryan don't remind me of bad guys. Like, in a sense, when you think of a bad guy, I don't think Ken or Ryan are that. But, like, you got a baby with her now. Have any questions on if you are, if you're not going to be with her for the rest of your life? Dang it, man. It's going to piss me off. Like, that's my feeling. If you've gone that far in a relationship, what, a few years now, and you don't feel like you could be with her for the rest of your life, get it, lose it. That's how I roll from here on out in life. I don't waste nobody's time because I'm not wasting my time.
It kind of sucks because, you know, what happens if we are one of those couples that, you know, we don't want to get married right away. We don't want to rush it. You know,
Yeah, you
essentially
do.
our relationship does
Yeah,
feel like a
you do.
marriage. We are raising a child together. We live together. But there's lots of couples, even in Hollywood, that have been together 30 plus years and they are still not married.
Yeah, Goldie
Why you
Hawn.
bringing
Yeah.
up Hollywood? She wants to be a fucking superstar so bad, don't she?
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
famously.
Prime example.
Yeah. Do you
Wants
ever
to
see
be a
yourself
superstar.
in a situation where you have an elopement and you just skip it all and just, you know, go to Vegas and have a quickie wedding?
No, I don't want to have a quickie wedding. I want to have the big
You
wedding.
think
I want to
Gypsy
have the
wants to have a
poofy
quick
dress. I want
wedding?
to.
You think that Gypsy don't want to have a grandiose, fucking immaculate fucking wedding so everybody on social media can see it? You know it, girl.
Have the family there because it's like my first
Her voice
marriage.
gets on my nerves
I
now.
got married in the visitation room by the bathroom of a prison.
Oh no.
I'm not. I'm not.
You deserve your fairy
I
tale.
deserve my wedding.
Yeah.
You already been married.
So I want to talk
You're already been married. Like, so you got married already.
to you about a very high profile case that's going on with Mackenzie Shirilla. So she's a young woman. She was sentenced to life in prison with eligibility for parole after 15
woman,
years served for a deadly crash that killed both her boyfriend, Dominic Russo, and his friend was also in the car and killed Davion Flanagan. Did you watch the Netflix show, The Crash?
I did. I watched all the documentaries that's currently out. And although I watch these documentaries, I'm not a true crime junkie. Some people might think I am, but I'm not. But it did seem interesting, so I did watch it. And though I can't speak to anything other than I could give my opinion about her sentence and I can give my opinion about whether or not I think that she will get paroled.
Yeah, so actually, right now,
What
Mackenzie
is
is
your,
asking
what
the
is your,
Ohio.
what is your thoughts on her sentence, Gypsy? Because she got more than you. What are your thoughts on it?
Supreme Court to take a look at her case after previous appeals were denied. The Supreme Court hasn't said whether or not they're going to look at them. Do you think there's a world where the Supreme Court will overturn her conviction?
No, I don't. I can say that, you know, after watching.
No, because either way, she intended to hurt the people. Now, you can go to the judge and say it was murder, suicide. I wanted to harm myself too, and I thought I wouldn't make it. But you still went in with the intent to harm the other people. So, like, I don't see where she's maybe like insanity at the time. I don't know. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, you did, Cherokee? Yeah, I want to know what she thinks about her time, because essentially Shrilla got more than her.
The documentary, I don't think the documentary did her any favors.
Yeah.
And just by kind of hearing about her behavior in prison and all this kind of stuff, because she does have, two 15-year sentences ran together, and after those 15 years, she can be eligible for parole.
Yep.
Now, I can say I don't think she'll get early parole, and this is why. So the parole board takes into consideration behavior in prison.
Yeah, man, but you got to have really bad behavior for them to think about not releasing you because of it. Now, if you get caught for popping sockets to get fire, or get caught maybe out of place in a place you shouldn't be, maybe get caught with fucking some candy somewhere you shouldn't have it, you know what I mean? Those write-ups aren't going to harm you going home on parole. Now, if you're getting caught with weapons, if you're in there constantly beating people up, yeah, your parole's not going to come too easily. So, let's find out what she's doing in there first.
But most importantly,
It's all public record.
remorse,
Yeah,
and family. So
She doesn't have to show any remorse, only to the parole board. If I was Shrilla, I'd jump into some classes, take a few classes. They're easy to do in prison. They walk you right through the classes. They make you pass. My last time going to the prison system, they sent me to a certain facility, and I got 6 months off my time just for completing the time they sent me to that facility. It was a year program, and I had 18 and a half months to do. So I got 6.5 months cut. So there's ways of getting time chopped off. Now, she's probably going to have to do that 15 before she's up for parole. I think she's talking about Kinsey's write-ups. I don't know what she's been wrote up for. But if it's violent, it might stop her one time for parole, but then you get a chance 6 months later, I think. I think it's every 6 months you go up for parole. So I'd like to know what they are, because I think it's all public record. All of it's public record. That's why when Toddy shoved her foot in her mouth talking about I'm going to snitch and shit for the area, all that shit's public record. Everything you do in the prison system is public record.
Family rights against her parole, she will automatically be denied. I've seen it happen time and time again with different women that was in my prison. They prioritize the victim's family above everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
she
so
does that
kind of
victim.
to your point, there's been a lot of people that
Right
have
up
come
under
out
Facebook.
saying that she's not
Is
remorseful.
it anything violent and shit? Is she in there fighting and shit? If she's in there fighting and shit, she can cash it in for the first time. They're more than likely going to deny you your first trip. Most people get denied their first trip to parole anyway. Because if you go up every 6 months, and I want to know how she feels about her time, because Gypsy didn't do shit.
At all behind bars. She's calling herself allegedly Skrilla the Killer, and just
Well,
doesn't
it's
regret
okay.
much about
Take
what
it all.
happened. So do you think if and when she does have remorse, she
And
may
let me tell you something too. You do your time so you don't have to have remorse, chat. You understand what I'm kind of saying? You see what I'm saying? That's like I was ordered to pay back $25,000 on my restitution for my forgery case. I got out of paying that because I did all of the time on the case. So it wiped all that out. You see what I'm saying? Makes you wonder.
can change the minds of the victims' families?
Just because you don't have any that's why she was going to prison, because they don't care about her remorse. So why should you have, sometimes parole doesn't care about that, y'all. They don't care if you're remorseful. Are you going to do it again? That's what they want to know. That's the biggest thing. Are you going to get out and commit more crimes? That's what parole wants to know. She's going online naked, touching herself. Yeah, she probably going to get denied.
It's going to take a lot of work on her part.
Yeah.
She's going to have to do a lot of extensive therapy.
Yeah.
And she's young.
Yeah.
She's young, and it's not going to sink in until maybe 20 years from now. But what's going to happen is she's going to go in front of the parole board. They're
Yep.
going to keep setting her back in 5-year increments. And
5 years? Oh, man. Every 5? I guess they could set you back for whatever they want. I guess they could set you back for whatever they want. I don't know. I thought it was like you go up for parole every 6 months in my fucking state, I think. We don't even have parole like that. You don't go for a parole board. You do your time, then you're released on parole for 2 fucking years. And if you pass that, then they'll release you. But you got to do 75% of your time here now. She didn't even get her GED when she was locked up.
That needs to happen. The time that she's in prison right now, she needs to grow up and take accountability. And remorse is something that maybe is not coming natural right now, because maybe it's something that she hasn't dealt with internally and emotionally, but it's going to hit her like a train. And when that happens, she needs to take those steps to do what she needs to make amends with the victim's family. And it's on them if they want to forgive her. They don't have to forgive her by any means.
Definitely.
But that is something that will have to happen at some point.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Full
You did.
accountability for that.
Yeah. Do you have any sympathy for her?
It's hard.
Yeah.
Bitch!
It's really hard because I mean,
You
coming
don't
from
think that
someone
McKenzie was going through something and she smacked the fuck, like what? That poor girl was going through something, because what made her do that? You got to be going through something to want to kill yourself, man. You have to. And you don't smack into something going 100 miles an hour and think you ain't going to die. You just don't do it. You're hitting that wall going, I'm going to die right now. I'm going to die right now. Boom. You didn't die.
has gone through the justice
Instead,
system.
you killed everybody else.
I will say that having been in prison for 8.5
What's up,
years,
Taylor?
I've seen so many women just like her. I'm not going to say as a person she's not special. I'm not going to down someone like that. But there's nothing special about
I think she wanted
what
to off everybody
happened
and
to
herself.
her, because there's so many women that have done the same thing, same crime or other crimes similar, and they have this sort of bad bitch attitude. I don't give a F.
Well, it's not just women. The dudes do it too. The dudes do it too. I was next door with the dude that burnt down Reggie Miller's house, bro. Reggie Miller's a famous basketball player from our Indiana Pacers. I was next door to the guy that burned his house down. He bragged about that more than you would ever know. And his bunkie had a case he never bragged about where he put his baby in the microwave. He never talked about that shit, but he was there for that. I remember the night my bunkie told me that shit. I was like, what? He was like, homie next door is in here for, right? I was like, no, man, I put his baby in the microwave. I said, damn, dude. I guess he was high on PCP. Yeah, she was trying to off herself. It's called murder-suicide. Because if you want to do it to yourself, that's one thing. But if you got a car full of people, you want to do it to them too. You do. It's sad. It's sad, man.
And I just seen it so much that I don't have sympathy for women like that.
Yeah.
Ooh. You don't have sympathy for women like that. Bitch, you are that. You are what you say you don't have sympathy for. You literally are the epitome of that. Have you looked at your TikTok? Yo, you think you're a bad bitch. Yeah, you do. You think it.
All these reports that she's wearing
Wow,
some of the best
dude.
makeup in prison and her family is, really
Wow.
contributing to, quote, a cushy life behind bars. What do you make
Nothing
of
wrong with
that, of
pushing life
her
behind
kind
bars,
of,
dude.
not
I
really
guarantee you, Gypsy had it better than anyone in there, especially after doing the documentaries and shit they did on her, the stories and shit. She started getting paid from that, and that shit goes on your books. They can pay you, or somebody on the outside can put it on your books. It's Gypsy lived well. So like, why is she up here chastising somebody for doing that as well?
much outside and not really being behind bars and being forced to look at herself in the mirror. Instead, she's looking at herself in the mirror and putting on some of the best makeup palettes. What do you make of that?
Oh,
I mean, unfortunately, that's just our justice system. It was that way in my prison. It's probably that way in other prisons too.
you get makeup. Girls
We call
love
it a
makeup, dude. Girls love makeup. So what do? Instead of wanting a bunch of drugs, some women want the officers to sneak them in some makeup. And they do. They'll sell makeup palettes for $200, $300, $400, $500 a fucking piece, bro. Because women like to be women. Even though they're locked away, prisons and jails don't offer makeup on the commissary, none of that. They don't. So if a woman can get her hands on some makeup, I understand it. She wants to be a woman, man. That's the truth. I've heard all about it. Yep. I don't blame you, women. I don't. I don't blame the ladies for wanting to be ladies. I surely don't. Yeah, you can get curling irons and all that, but the makeup's very scarce. Very scarce. Because it's against like fucking security reasons and shit. You can change how you look and all kinds of shit. But yeah, you can use Kool-Aid packets, but that's what they use real makeup in prison. Ladies will get makeup brung into them from the officer. No doubt about it. Dudes want shit too. They do. Dudes want a bunch of different shit too, man. It ain't always just drugs and fucking money. Yeah, they got something.
camp. It's literally a big daycare for adults.
It is. I agree.
It's on the individual to get what they put into it. If they want to change, if they want to truly better themselves, they'll take the classes that the prison offers. There's all kinds of resources to be a better human being.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's on that individual to take it or not.
It is.
So she had.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I didn't have to take a class. By the time I did my last prison sentence, dude, I was like, I'm getting lucky getting a time off this shit. I'm not doing this no more. You will never see me in this system again. And I just told myself that. And I knew what I was doing to keep finding myself in that situation. I knew what I was doing wrong. What's up, Sarah? I knew what I was doing, so I had to stop being the person I was. Totally. And I had to make changes. Yeah, she probably got there by like following and dropping, because she probably got there. She probably started off in a different facility.
The ex-girlfriend that came out claims that they had like a romantic relationship while incarcerated together. And you famously have said that you've kissed more women than men when you were behind bars.
It's the thing to do.
Yep. What do you think of like
the thing that women do in the prison system that men don't do is women form like families. Okay, women are very family orientated in the prison system. They'll have like sisters and grandmas and moms and girlfriends and boyfriends of this family and shit. And that's how they do their time, dude. Like, men don't do that shit. Men just want respect from each other, and that's it. Like, don't get in my space. I won't get in yours. It's just a respect thing. But in the women's side of things, they get real family orientated. They do, man. They do really.
You were also so young when, you know, you were first in prison, and she, of course, is very young. And how do you navigate growing up and having these romantic experiences, but you've only got your choice of women? How do you navigate through that?
I personally, I didn't do the girlfriend thing, though the kissing happened, but
Only kissing?
only kissing.
Okay.
But I didn't have a girlfriend, but I know a lot of people that's the thing to do. It passes time. Those who don't have family support or anything like that, the girlfriend thing is just something to pass time, but it ultimately doesn't get you anywhere. Um, so it really is one of those things that I get it. She's young, and it would be helpful for her if she could maybe have a roommate that's older that can kind of mentor her a little bit. Because that's what
You
happened
can
to
tell
me.
Gypsy's
Like,
done
I
time.
made stupid decisions when I was in prison. And that's just growing up. But I had a lot of older women that kind of
That's
got some
what I had
maturity
too.
into
I had
me.
older dudes and
That's
shit. to
great
talk
that you
to.
had that behind what, you know, when you had served.
My elders in prison, they put books in front of me, and that's what I got into. I read a lot about religion because I was fascinated on why so many people had such different gods, but nobody was supposed to be wrong, you know? Everybody's right in who they choose. I was completely fascinated in that. So I set out a quest to like read up on all these different religions. So I'm very well versed in religion. Um, I got very well versed in history, and I just sunk myself into books, man. And I read and I read and I read. I would order these books like the underground, like authors and shit, and they'd let them right in, man. Yep, reading like things like the art of war, the art of power, the art of love, and all this shit. You know. Yep, I read a lot.
So the family of one of her victims, Dom, who was her boyfriend at the time, that family is
It is
pushing for a
fascinating.
new
I
law.
kept reading about it.
Basically, they want a law to block convicted violent offenders from profiting on social media. They had pointed out
Oh
that
yeah,
when the accident first
I
happened,
read a lot of
she
John Grisham.
was in the hospital bed posting TikToks, you know, obviously profiting since the crash. What do you think of that law?
I think it's complicated. It's a double-edged.
I didn't read them that good, CG. I read a lot to go to sleep, so I would read as I fell asleep. I would try to get 2 or 3 chapters in, but I couldn't read a book in one day, man. That's good reading. I have a problem remembering what I read, so I have to read in short sections. Because if I don't, then it all just blurs out. You know, I won't even remember what I read early on if I read too much into a book. I have that problem of not remembering it.
Short,
So
but
that's
I
reading
feel
short
like
sections.
Mackenzie specifically should not benefit from social media or any other kind of avenue.
What? What? She did not just say that, did she? Gypsy Rose, you just did not say that she shouldn't. Holy no. Wow, much you hypocrite much, Gypsy. Thank you, you did, you do. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Much love to you, dar.
Right now, 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 right now.
She just literally came out of her face to tell everyone that Mackenzie shouldn't be able to profit off of the death of the person that. Holy moly, dude. When Gypsy Rose is only known on social media for being the one that goes her mama. Wow, bro. She's a freaking robot.
But at that same token,
Oh,
let's just say there is. I
what?
have a friend specifically in prison right
Oh,
now. She
friend.
was in a domestic violence situation. She
Mhm.
killed her husband in what I feel like was self-defense.
Oh,
But
we're
she
not talking
gifted
about that. We're
herself
talking
for
about
a year,
you.
and so they
Yours
charged her
wasn't
with
self defense, sweetheart.
murder. Um, I don't
Your
feel
mama was
like
asleep.
the victims of abuse should be kept silent. They should be able
Oh,
to tell
no,
their story
dude.
in a book or a documentary or however they want
If
to.
you were a victim, Gypsy.
But if there is no mitigating evidence in this specific case, there's no abuse. There's no sympathetic story behind it. For
It'll be over
that
with, man.
to be okay. So in her case specifically, no, I don't think that she should
Yeah, the
monetize. No, I
blanket
don't
cutting.
think she
We're gonna
should
go
be
over
an
that again,
influencer
chat.
on
We're gonna
social
go over that
media.
again.
So again, it is a very complicated double-edged sword.
Why do you think society is so captivated by young women criminals
Because y'all
that
are
behind
gearing
bars? Why
your
do you think
things
there's
to them. Look at Gypsy Rose's content, woman. She gears it to the younger society. Like these journalists and these mainstream media journalists, they give no fucks, bro, at all.
such a fascination in society with women that have done bad things?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a true crime junkie. And I don't understand it, but I kind of wonder if it's this fascination of wondering how someone's mind works, someone's psyche works.
Yeah, like a madman.
And some cases are just very intriguing.
We don't have to
Yeah, very
understand it.
true.
We do understand it.
And if
We do understand.
Mackenzie, let's just say, years from now, gets out, is she somebody you would want to meet or talk to?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I love the honesty, Gypsy.
Why not?
I'm good.
Well, Gypsy, thank you.
Well, why not? You're meeting up with all these other freakazoids on TikTok and shit. Why not, Gypsy? Let's remember that statement, guys. Because when she does get out and Gypsy's not doing so good anymore, let's see if she tries to link with her. Because I think Gypsy will change her fucking mind. Gypsy's a clout motherfucker. Junkie, but she's all up in the true crime. She literally is a drama queen in her own universe. Like most people with PRs and shit would tell her, stay the fuck out of the comment section. Stay the fuck out of these groups that you're involved in and all these people that don't know you. Stay the fuck out of it and just let them speak about whatever they want to speak about. That's what they would tell you to do. But not Gypsy. She's head first right in it with her husband. Like you're supposed to let these people just say whatever the fuck they want. Whatever. I do. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not even near as big as Gypsy. Not even close. The internet is fake. This is all fake, man. The internet is not real. And whatever somebody says on here is not real. Ever hardly. It's just crazy, man. You got to find places to start decipher what's real and what's fake. That's unreal, y'all. All right, let's go to this. Let's go to this. Let's go to this, y'all. Let's do this one, chat. Y'all with me?
This is how I feel about you. Lies! All it is lies! Lies, lies, lies! Hell you are! Lies! All of it! Lies, manipulation!
The dog.
Go back to your bimbo blonde whore!
The bimbo blonde whore. Who's that? What's she look like? Yeah, I think Matt Brown's saying his brother's dead, man. That's sad. Matt Brown was just going through it too. So I can actually episode, his last few his live streams. Man, yo, that time I was my internet. I caught it that time. It was my internet. Dude, I never had problems with my internet. Ever. Never, ever, ever have I had problems. I pay for the highest shit you can get residentially. Here I am, y'all. Sorry. I apologize, man.
So this is a video that Gypsy did and she sent to Ken. I guess she was jealous about some kind of woman or something. And standing there with that weapon in her hand really freaks me out. And I was getting really stressed out because their dog was there too. It's just a lot. And we're seeing Gypsy become undone publicly because a lot of people know she's been losing.
So apparently she sent a headboard, like a crossed out thing in Ken's headboard, and sent him a video of her stabbing where he sleeps at. That's creepy, bro. That's creepy, bro. Creepy.
It privately, and it's happened, right? And we're seeing the same patterns that she does. She did this video, she sent it to Ken. It reminds me of the videos that she was sending to Nicholas Goodajon. Like, you, and some of the videos and the emails, they were talking about when Gypsy was losing it, and she's repeating that same pattern. Now the next pattern that she repeated is the one that's freaking a lot of people out. I don't know if some of you guys have seen this video. It's a video that's been around for some time. She recorded this video, sent it to Nicholas Goodajon. Now the hand motion, it was for her to show Nicholas where her mother was sleeping for him to go unalive her. And rumor has it, a lot of people now are saying that they've seen the video of Gypsy recording the same thing and sending it to Ken on his side of the bed, and she did a big X on their headboard. I guess that headboard's been changed.
Dude, I would be in fear of my life at that point. I think I would be in fear of my life at that point, chat. I don't know about you, but I mean, I could knock Gypsy out, but What can you do if you're asleep? Remember, she's a sneak artist. She wants to do it when you're asleep.
And it was around the time that that video was recorded and sent. So Ken received that video. He sent it to a few people. A few people have seen it, including Ken's sister. Ken's sister has been speaking out recently because she is concerned. She is concerned that Gypsy is acting erratical. She's been drinking a lot. She drinks a lot and gets really radical.
I didn't know that about Gypsy. So she does drink a lot, huh? So Gypsy's an old drinker, huh? She could be Freddy Krueger. Yeah, burnt up. She could. They probably burned her too.
In front of their daughter, in front of the baby, and she is concerned not only for her brother but also for the baby as well, and I guess Gypsy too. And that's the thing that Gypsy,
Yeah, I don't think she's a drug addict at all. I wouldn't say that. But if she likes to drink, people get violent drinking, man. Especially when they get bored. They do. They start, anything can become a fight. Drinking's not good for people that are violent, man. It's one of the reasons why I don't drink, because I can go to getting violent if something triggers me wrong, you know? And it's just what a lot of people do. I mean, that just comes with drinking. Very rarely do you meet someone that just is always fun to be a drunk. I had an aunt. She'd drink a half a gallon of vodka a day. A half a gallon, guys. That's 2/5. She would drink that in one day. And I promise you, she was the funnest person to be around. And she'd be slammed, y'all. And she would not be like she'd get belligerent towards the end of the night a little bit because she'd be so slammed. But all the way up until then, she wouldn't be belligerent. She'd be normal as shit, but just be slamming her fucking vodka, man. And she'd drink it with water. Drink that shit with water, guys. It ultimately ended up killing her, but, you know, she was a good aunt. I remember her really clearly. Can't dish Freddy Krueger. No, we love Freddy.
has never gotten the help that she actually needed. While she was in prison, she didn't go to therapy. She didn't get any mental health, help. And it's obvious because we're seeing the same patterns. And the fact that the mainstream media is not ready to have this conversation about Gypsy blows my mind. But I'm hoping now.
Anger there. She's ripping up a soulmate's blanket that he had made for him. That's not anger. That's some anger, man. There's some anger there. But it's not nothing that fucking relationships don't have. That's what I was saying earlier when I played it. Like, it's not anything for somebody to break a dish, you know. I'd want to know what Ken did so bad. That's what I want to know. What did Ken do, Gypsy? I mean, you might as well tell us. What did he do? Did he go back and fuck the bimbo blonde ex-girlfriend? I mean, he did fuck you while you were cheating on Ryan. Right? Are we true? Right? I mean, you did. You had a whole baby on Ryan. Freeze? I can't freeze, man. Oh, I don't know what's going on. That was my internet that time because it actually booted me all the way down. I might go in there and unplug it tonight for a second. Let it reset. Wouldn't let her get a Red Bull. She was freaking out, wasn't she? Freaking the fuck out. They talked to Toddy. No, Ken went on Morbid Stream and shit. He was talking all about it. He was talking all about this. Said the video was old, but who leaked it? How did it get out? That's shit you're supposed to keep inside the circle, right? How did it get out to a bunch of fucking people and then all over the internet? Like somebody's not being close to your circle. Somebody's not your friend, Gypsy. someone needs to protect the baby. Yeah, I hope the best for the baby. I do. I think Ken will protect the baby. I do. I think that is his baby. Yeah, there was something said about an X in the court, the headboard from his sister, and she ain't provided the evidence of that. And King called her out about it too. Morbid is the last person they need to talk to. That's what I mean by she's part of the problem on the social media. Gypsy is. Like she's down here in the mud playing with the cats and carp. She is, man. She's down here slinging mud with the mudslingers. That's why I don't feel good about her social media. And she's someone that offed her mother trying to be like this person that's so great and shit. Fuck that. Let me see some advocacy work. What's up, James? Let me see you go do something for the children. AD, did you see Little Toys Tidy got blackmailed over? No. Oh, I seen the email you sent me. I don't look a lot of that stuff. I'm at work. I swipe sometimes, and sometimes I can get a chance to look. I seen those pictures though. The Pluto shit.
That this video is available and people are able to see how Gypsy just loses it. Let me know what do you guys think about this.
Yeah, she lost her fucking mind, didn't she? Let's transfer over into this Whittaker content too now. Like I'm getting into this covering a bunch of different stuff in one stream, right? Well, we can do it all, baby. We can do it all, baby. Yes, come here for all your aggressive defiance reacts, baby.
Force others in rehab if they don't want it. It's not going to do you any good. You have to want to change your life. But I know what that was like. Some people don't react to substances like that, and some people do. So I have a heart for people like that, but I also know how difficult it can be trying to take care of someone like that. So God bless you, Julia, and thank you for writing. Boston hater for life. What is it about Boston? I actually liked Boston. I went there. First and foremost, I'm Team Eric.
You said this. This is not the first question from him, man. Why are you? He is cherry picking the questions.
You had the best intentions for the Whitakers. My questions is this: if the state knew about the living conditions, about the family, why wasn't anything done sooner? That was his first question. Before I even read that second part, the state knew about the living conditions and about the family. Why wasn't anything done sooner?
Yeah.
Boston hater for life, whatever your real name is. I'd like to know the same thing. I think a lot of people would. I mean,
they don't work for the state. These are just questions you shouldn't even ask, right? These are all the questions that everybody's asking. And the only people that can answer them is the state. Like, what made you not take them? What made you just now do something? And they're not going to answer that question. They're just not going to.
Guys, really sit back and ask me, guys, and I can prove it in every single way, numerous times. And then I told him, hey, I think for a good bet, and he claims you had some kind of access to Patrick's phones, or you were answering some of Patrick's calls when he was trying to call Patrick.
What's up, chat box?
I believe it was totally bogus because he couldn't get his story straight and kept talking in circles. Can you clarify what he was talking about? If you even know what I'm talking about, Patrick had recorded his conversation with his buddy and played it on a content creator site one night. Really, Patrick was pushing him to call the cops and report you for some kind of privacy issue because of his allegation. Please, please, please report it. Come investigate me.
See, something was said about that on my channel as well. Did Eric have access to Patrick's phone? No. That's why I never gave it any attention. Shit sounded dumb as fuck.
Please, please, please do. I'd love for you to. Anything you think of, Patrick, do it. Please.
Ooh. Ooh. Coming from the person that's going to take the stand on you, bro. Them some bold words, Eric. Coming from the person that's going to take the stand on you, Patrick.
Please, please, please. I'm begging you to do it because it didn't happen. Didn't. Also, did you ever find out why there was a $660 water bill? It could not just.
He's probably the main witness in the Patrick case for Patrick being up for fraud. He's probably the main witness. You have to believe that, right? He's probably the main state's witness. I guarantee it.
Be from running to it. Something else was up with that. I agree. Hold up, but let's get back to this. This is my first time hearing about this. Grasping for straws. I do remember hearing about the drone. I remember the family being super pissed off about that. And
they're flying a drone all around.
I would have been too.
He just wanted content, dude.
That's I don't know.
For his content.
Answering some of Patrick's calls. I wasn't answering
Patrick's drone calls. Footage is just content, bro. You want everybody to look at some drone
footage. Patrick, like that one time at the hotel where he's cussing out this guy outside of the hotel room when we made that meet Eric and Patrick thing before I left at my hotel room. And then in the middle of this, he throws the phone at me and tells me, "You take it." I'm like, what am I taking? I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't know this guy. This is my first time meeting Patrick, too. He just throws the phone at me. And I get on there. The guy went to cuss me out, and I was like, hey, you're not talking to Patrick anymore, dude. I was like, I got no beef.
I don't want to hear this story anymore, man.
Phone at me. And a card after asked for 2 rolls of snuff.
What's
and
up,
got receipts and all that for that. Came back.
Shout out to
3 weeks, a month later on that last trip. Hey, did you put those tablets in there? No, I still got them.
Tablet.
So Kenny, yes,
this is where
Kenny all the time.
The Kenny thing.
What was it? And they weren't getting it. Money, and later on that night, I get this text from Patrick talking about all this stuff, and I was like, "What in the world?" We passed by his
Kenny told on him.
There was Kenny.
Kenny told on him, y'all.
So occasionally when
Kenny told on him,
whoever they were would show up at his house, and occasionally there was girls and other people there. That's where he went up to, and he liked to drink and stuff. And
baby Aurora is going to grow up in a different kind of environment. She is.
Think they would play buddy and try to use him. He was like an informant that would go back and forth.
Kenny's the informant. He's the fucking tattletale.
My feelings are of him is that he was someone that just wanted to be included.
What do you want?
Wanting to but would do that. You know, it's about who's doing for him at that point in time. He wanted everything to be done for him, just like the Whitakers do. That wasn't a random visit at Walmart, in my opinion, in that one video where, hey, we're bumping into each other. I don't think so. But I'm not going to say he's a bad guy. Never really saw anything bad, and I do think he wants to stay out of that drama. He put himself in it sometimes, but I don't.
So Kenny was the rat and the snake, but didn't want to be fully in the drama. I could see that. I could see that a little bit. Kind of playing both sides of the fence a little bit. But at least Kenny never took nobody for nothing. Kenny never ripped nobody off fully. Like outright just ripped people off. I haven't heard that about Kenny. Kenny hasn't ripped any people off.
I don't think anything screams bad or like fraud, but he could shift with the wind if he was getting attention.
But that's his family too, Eric. It's his family too, bro.
And stuff like that. And,
but
I don't think he was a bad guy.
Yeah,
sorry, I don't know if that completely. But was he involved in trying to sway them one way or another? I don't think so. That's
I
my
think
opinion.
Kenny wanted him. I think Kenny wanted them to get to the bag. I do. I think Kenny kind of knew what they could have done.
No, like I said,
It still amazes me as to how much they could have done for this family had they just been a little bit more careful, dude. Like this is a fucking $1 million a year family just on social media, guys. Within the first 5 years, they'll be millionaire by 10. No doubt about it.
that was an hour away with the Amish store. Whitney, easy way out for them, not caring that all of them being up in age and considering thief disability. I think she meant their disability and difficulty in understanding would be devastated. And if sure, wasn't the best thing for them. They for sure needed help, but I don't consider what the APS did to them to be help at all. Bless you as you navigate through this, and I pray it has a good ending. If not, please know that most of us with eyes and ears know your heart in the right place. Kimberly, thank you so much. You know, and as much as I disagree with the way things went, not everything they did was bad. I mean,
what's that mean?
My problem with APS is all the lies that I was told, for one, but the fact that the investigations didn't happen sooner, where a lot of this would have probably been prevented. And I believe we need investigations onto why investigations didn't happen. How crazy is that? You'd have just done your job.
That's a very good point, man. I mean, the Whitakers are a good point for that. The Whitakers are a good point for that. Why haven't they? Why did you let that go on so long? They are good. They are a damn good point for that. Hi, Sassy. Hi, Jules. Hi, China. Hi, CG. Hi, everyone in the chat. I appreciate y'all being here tonight. Thank y'all so much. But like, that's true. So true.
And I would like some answers to that because of you not doing your job.
Dude, it's so true. Like, this family's got documented. It's been documented by Mark for 20 plus years, them living like this. Why did anyone not do nothing? I think West Virginia makes enough money that they could have done something.
I had to come in and do things that nobody in my place should have to do, but I did it. Okay. So
I've been getting heartburn a lot lately, chat.
But as far as like at the end,
at least once a day, that's not good.
Kind of hard. I mean, I believe they are probably taken care of and needs met.
Absolutely.
Better now. Way better now than before.
I
can only say that based off of opinion. I'm not saying that.
Did you get him a video game?
I mean, one of the videos that I think back of was Soft White Underbelly. I think they had went to
the fair,
maybe Walmart. I think it might have been a Walmart video.
The fair was my favorite one.
I know one was tired, couldn't hold up their jeans, but at one point in time went to go lay down on the couch, but it was evident, as you saw, had defecated all over themselves and just goes and lays on the couch. That's just something that you saw.
Well, that just shows you that
camera
then it just goes to show you that even then they were looked at like sideshows. You know, the town sheriff takes you to introduce these people to you because you know Mark's there to record and film the oddities of the Appalachia, right? That's what he's there for. It's what Mark does is the oddities of things. And then the sheriff introduces you to them. Yeah, even then, 20 years ago, they looked at them like sideshows. I mean, we had the movies The Hills Have Eyes, Jeep, all those. What's the other one that was like that? There was 2 movies like that. I mean, they should have been treated much more respectable way long time ago, man. I think when Timmy went through school, something should have been done. Because Timmy wasn't coming clean every day. Timmy wasn't coming like he was learning something at home every day. Like, this is sad.
That moment. How many other times, guys? I can tell you when I see clothes, and
I know a few times that I seen in Mark's video that Ray had feces and urine on him. 2 times. One video, he gets up and turns around. You can see it all on his backside of his pants. And who knows how he's had to sit like that, That would hurt, dude, because you get rashes. Fungus can start to grow. It's just not good for your health, man, to sit in that.
Stuff like that. And yes, Betty was getting on up in age.
Yeah, Betty
Her
could
shoulders were, definitely weighed down. She needed some help, but they also needed some guidance and everything. And I don't think it would have gotten this bad. I mean, I could only imagine how much worse it could have been years ago when there was more family in there. We all just know what we're seeing now. But seeing that on video, like with the defecation and a lot of the other stuff that was going, how someone didn't come in. I mean, especially in that local area when it's being broadcast all over the world, maybe not broadcasted in traditional sense of TV, but go look at those views. It was watched all over the world. I mean, we had the lady right up above this from Ireland and nothing done. And then the scandal with the GoFundMe. That was a large amount of money. Again, the whole reason I'm trying to get trust and put guardrails in there is because people who receive assistance from government, you can't give them large sums of money.
They did.
That can get people in trouble.
They
but
did.
It was, and then it disappears. No investigation.
They did, though, and nothing was ever done to Betty. They did, though. Nothing was ever done to fucking Larry. They did, though. Publicly, they did it. And nothing was ever done to anybody. They publicly told everybody that they pocketed $160,000 from Mark in less than a year and a half. And they publicly told everybody that. Larry could have done a whole lot. BJ could have done a whole lot. Even being a strung out drug addict, you could have done more for this family. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to tell you. Hell, there's strung out drug addicts that take care of their fucking moms and pops. They just get high on the side or something. It was just too much of neglect for my sake. It was way too much neglect. Just way too much neglect, way too much like not cleaning up. And these are just simple things that you could do. Like when you clean up, you clean up. And I think every adult that was able-bodied that didn't do anything, they're to blame for everything that happened with the Whitakers and all the problems they suffered from. Yep.
But now, I believe there should be investigations now. Don't get me wrong. Nobody wanted to investigate more than me.
All of them.
It's telling me there was other times, I believe, there's no telling how much more situations, investigations were needed that we don't know about. The longer I was up there, the more I found out about other situations. Like I talked about with, Larry and the gas. That from Patrick wasn't the first time, just months before he had done that.
I don't think Betty is bad. I don't think Betty's bad. Betty is just the step in between the three and everyone else, right? Betty's that person. Betty isn't fully there as well. She suffers a lot from what the other three have, but she's a lot more capable. But Betty's easily persuaded, and Betty can't do everything. There's no way Betty could have took care of Ray. So I don't hold that to Betty. I don't. I really don't.
On pole,
I think Betty needed
poles
guidance too.
or telephone wire being cut and melting the casing off to go and sell the copper, and like it was crazy.
I think Betty
stuff,
needed guidance too.
I just
Betty is a pleaser. Yep.
Yeah.
I think Betty
it was
went with the three. I do. It's not that I'm saying it's a bad thing. I think it would have been a much better thing if Betty would have went with the three. I do. I'm sorry. Let the other ones fucking sit and suffer by themselves, man. Let those three at least get their needs met. And with Betty, let her get her needs met. And then like try to, maybe get back into society away from those people, Totally away from the people that always cause you problems, man. You wouldn't believe what it would do for you.
But thank you, Kimberly. Keith Jones. Good evening, Eric. I'm Keith from Lindale, Texas. I love Texas, my man. I just want you to know that you're a great man. You're a strong man, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for you. I truly believe God will bring you and back together soon. I'm praying for you, brother. God has his hands all in this. I miss seeing you with the family. You lost that twinkle in your eye since all of this mess went down, and that shows how much you genuinely love them. I can't wait for the day you reunite with your buddy. That twinkle shows back up. Have a great evening, brother. Keep fighting and find comfort in the fact that Jesus and I both love you and support you. Man, dude, what was his name? Keith.
Bro, it's just like those three got a check too. Those three got a check. And to think that they couldn't even have underwear is mind blowing to me. It really is. It's criminal in itself that they all three got a check for disability because their ailments, right? They all three got checks, but they couldn't even get a pack of underwear, bro. And not just for that month. We're talking years and years and years of just not even getting but a coloring book, and some crowns. It's very sad. It's very, very sad, man. They were used. Those three were taken advantage of. They had soda. Yep. Betty, I think, got took too. Betty, I think, was the management of all that money, so they went to Betty and got it all. And maybe Betty didn't even know what she was doing, I don't know. It's deep, though.
I appreciate that, man. I have.
Ray should have definitely put diapers. Or Ray should have taught how to use the restroom. What we should have done, Chrissy, you know it? Somebody should have taught Ray how to use the restroom.
I hate being on camera. I hate being on here now. I hate seeing, there's times I just don't want to be around human beings.
I get that.
They just love drama.
I get that.
They will say anything in the world because they don't have to face you face to face. I don't care what it does to other people. I sat there and watched the world nonstop talk about this family who already had, these challenges and couldn't help much of the stuff that was going on. And it's just like, once you see this, but then you also see the system. I am probably one of the most skeptical of
There's places now that I go into now that says, oh, you can buy this with food stamps. Like they're making workarounds for it now, Leesky. At least in the city where I live in, like almost all of the stores now have a workaround for the candy aisle. All EBT available. Yep. They have it's workaroundable now, I guess. I don't fucking know. Don't ask me, but I see it everywhere now. For sure. Because they stopped it here in my state. You can't even buy junk food with fucking food stamps. But now they got a thing where you can buy junk food with food stamps again. I'm sure you'll be getting it soon, Leesky.
Government system, and I have been fighting against them
I
for
see it
years.
everywhere now.
Very specifically
I sure
CPS
do.
and the family courts. And this is,
Probably how they bring it up.
not technically family court, but then again, it is, because we're talking about a family and separations here.
What's up, Pete?
I had just came off of that week-long trip to Idaho where I watched the system do what it was supposed to do. And for the first time in a long time, got anything to say to the guy. I really don't.
Who?
On to the madness. What was last year, you can piss off.
Oh, he's talking about Creepalachia. Man, I don't
You need
think
to be making sure that you know what the truth is.
I don't think Creepalachia did that
You
bad.
can break stuff down for everybody.
I don't think he's done the bad that you say he has. I don't, man. I don't see the justification on you trying to do so badly to him. I think he might be a little bit scared to go on his podcast, Eric. I think you are. Because I really don't see the justification in all the hate for Creepalachia. I don't. Y'all went into his neck of the woods. Tried to conduct business with his peoples. People that he loves and adores. His West Virginia Mountaineers. Those people. And you fucked people over. So sure, he's a little upset. But is it justified that you're making all this bullshit up? I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I don't think it's justified at all. When I literally went over there and asked why was Creepalachia banned, and nobody could tell me why. Nobody could tell me one reason why Creep was banned over there. But he was banned. See, these people that preach this freedom of speech, they ain't for freedom of speech. He's this Charlie Kirk. Everybody has ideas, Charlie Kirk. No, he's not. He's a fucking shrill. He's fake. Because if you block people like that, then we know you're up to something. Because I don't see the justification, y'all, for blocking Creepalachia, not going on his podcast and just answering some questions. Because he's not there to take you down. Nobody could cancel you on the internet, bro. People are literally uncancelable. Sounds like someone's scared. That's me too. Dude, he could come over here and I probably would. He ask the hard questions. You know what? I probably would because I'm going to get all my questions from the chat. So, yeah, I'd probably ask hard questions. If they just lie to me, they just fucking tell me lies. Go watch the Patrick interviews. They're up on the channel. You just lie like a rug.
Hey, Crystal. I was wondering if somebody was going to mention him. I remember seeing a lot of that stuff. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of it, a very, very good bit of it, not true.
Yeah, but I don't think he was putting out fake stuff, man.
I would like to see his analytics. How much of that money did he put towards the family? What was those analytics like before and then after?
Everybody knows you can't give nothing to the family. Everybody knows it.
When people that claim to do journalism or some type of news, especially with a case like this, don't actually go and do their homework where they can confirm or deny, you need to be making sure that you know what the truth is. I mean, he wasn't the only one. He was one of the bigger ones, okay? And just put so much trash out there. I've got zero.
He's had a big Facebook following. Yeah, Creepalachia been out there. He's just one of them Appalachian people. He's had a good following though.
Zero respect. Zero.
I'll give him that. He was around.
I will go do interviews
with
just about anybody as long as it makes sense. I can't go out there if it's, I do want to get the message out there. So if there's some content creators that's got some audiences and they want to get this out there, I'm an open book and I'll answer.
Tell you that's not true, man. Because I sent you a message inviting you here. And I would treat you with respect, Eric. I would. I don't have anything against you. But you can't have something against me coming into this because I have a point of view. You can't. I'm the YouTube critic, and I followed I gave donations. I gave $60 of my own money 2 times, $30. Don't want it back. I don't want it back. Wherever it went, it went. I don't even give a fuck. But that's because I cared about the Whitakers, and I thought for sure y'all was doing the right thing, man. And I still to this day don't think that you were there to do the wrong thing, Eric. I don't. I don't think you were there to do the wrong thing. I think both of you knew you stood chances to make money off this family though, and you can't make me not believe that. Because y'all were in there for a third. But y'all wanted the family to split a third between 5 people. I know they're getting a house, but that still don't add up, man.
Questions, but to anybody.
And then they ended up not getting nothing. So if we wanted to really come up with the conclusion, we could say you did all this just to get off with this fucking 70 grand or so. Who knows what the fucking price is? You won't tell us. And the money has nothing to do with anything. He said it's just sitting. So why couldn't you tell us how much the fucking money is? How much is it? How much money do you got sitting waiting for the Whitakers? How do you plan on getting it to them? I mean, those are questions that you could answer.
Sat there doing what they're doing and just kept
sending this clip. I invite you on again, Eric.
What was last year?
On again.
You can piss off. And I've been waiting to say that for a while. I don't got anything to say to the guy. I really don't. I mean, I haven't seen any real journalism this whole.
I think this is unjustified, man. I do.
Whole time. So,
but we didn't see no real building somebody a house either, Eric. So all this little stand-up shit you're standing on, we didn't see you build no house. We didn't see you get no trust. We didn't even see you get a fucking P.O. box. So like all this shit you're trying to stand on to act like you have a leg or like you're above somebody else, cut it the fuck out. Cut it out, bro. Nazarene, hello. Cut it out, dude. I can't believe I'm getting sick, man. I got to work tomorrow. I know it's from having that air conditioner on 2 nights in a row. I know that's what it is. My throat's sore. My head's clogging up. I don't want to fucking be having a cold, man. Not in the summer. But that's just the way I feel. Sorry, bro. Like, you got to look at it in other people's eyes, man.
So I'd love to see analytics and see just how much did you try to help the Whitakers while you put out so much false information.
A journalist isn't there to help the family that he's reporting on, bro. So that's just you deflecting and moving the goalpost. The journalist isn't there to help anything. It's to put out the story. That's it. Am I lying? Am I lying? Just because we cover the story, we're injected into having to help it now? I think that's the wrong way to go with journalism, if you ask me. Shut up, Eric.
On innocent people.
Shut up.
And I tell you, a lot of these content creators, guys, the ones that go around trying to make it look like I made money, I'm broke. People have no idea.
You're the one sitting there with the most money made out of everybody. What are you talking about? You are the one sitting there with the most money made out of everybody. You're the one that's broke, but you have a home to live in. This family didn't have a home to live in. Patrick don't even have walls up in his place. So, like, stop it, Eric. Stop it. I'm broke, motherfucker. You want to see my bank account? No, please, you don't want to. You guys would cry.
Just how broke I am.
You guys would cry.
Those people made way more money talking about that controversy. I know social media.
Nobody got rich off talking about the Whitakers. Not one creator. Not one of us. And I can honestly say that. Nobody got rich talking about the Whitakers. Not one creator on any platform. TikTok, fucking YouTube, fucking Instagram. It don't matter whatever platform you were on, you did not strike gold by talking about the Whitakers. So I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
I was the one that went silent, and I didn't profit off of the chaos. But so many other people were happy to, and they were so quick to put out information that they knew nothing about.
Wasn't me. I don't have to worry about those statements.
Thing. Yeah.
Yep.
And Bergen.
You're so much better.
I'm curious why you cannot say their names. Can you not have contact with your little buddy? Why do you have to be so careful what you say? Do we know where the case against Patrick stands? Thank you, Ann. I'm curious why you cannot say their names. Because 3 people
protected
who at the time I was involved were considered like me and you are now alleged vulnerable adults and protected. They're not, I can't talk about them. I can talk about my experiences, but I'm not.
You did, Angel. You did.
Those are, they belong to the state.
Yeah. Everybody made money off the family, but he went down there to make money off the family. Can you hear this hypocritical ass shit? He went down there with a contract to make a third. Just as much as Patrick and just as much as all 5 of the Whitakers. You didn't stand a chance to make no money, did you, Eric? Shut the fuck up. 30% is a lot of money, man.
Considered protected or alleged protected or what, but it's in that process. So, that's about the best I can put that. Can you have contact with your little buddy? I did until I said I would do what I am doing now, but 10 months ago. Why do you have to be so careful about what you say? Well, because I can't say their names. And then if amounts and stuff come in, that's personal information. I can choose to say like what I wanted to. Like if I had $5 in my banking account right now, I can tell you I have $5 in my banking account, but I can't tell you what theirs is. You see what I'm saying? They have a right to privacy, but it's also something being litigated. And when you have vulnerable or alleged vulnerable people, protected people that are involved, that information can't go out to the public, which is why nobody really knew anything factual during this whole thing, because the case is closed and people couldn't get access to information. And so I have to be careful about that, because I can't say what I know that is went on in that courtroom, but I'm able to say my experiences. I'm not a charged person. I have free speech. Those are my experiences, and I will still be respectful and do everything according to what I feel is fair. But my whole reputation.
See, everything in that contract is going to become civil. And if the Whitakers can't sue him for that money, then he keeps it. It's just the way it works, especially if he's not charged with a crime. So he's actually can make off with all this money. He really, really can. Because if he doesn't get sued by that family for the money owed to them, they do nothing. They get nothing. And he's not a charged man either. So it's all civil. That's fucking crazy.
And everything going down the way
That
it
is
did.
so crazy.
And the fact that all of this, none of it known, wasn't that I wanted to put it out in public. I wasn't able to put it out anywhere. And the effects were very big. This is all stuff that should have been done 10 months ago.
Yep. All that YouTube money.
And
in his
so many times I just had to bite my lip. It sucks. It sucks. I mean, I feel.
Yep.
I mean, my opinion. It
He's
feels
sitting on
very
about 40
purposely
grand, I
done.
think.
It's very tactical. Because let me tell you what happens, guys. As time goes by, yesterday's headline isn't that popular of a thing anymore. How many people are talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard right now? Man, that case broke headlines. But if you talked about it now, how many people would show up? If you wait,
because the news cycle is only about 24 hours, buddy. Buddy, the news cycle is only about 24 hours. Tomorrow there'll be new news. Hi, Lisa Cole.
a little bit of time. If there's something that you're wanting to sweep under the rug, it's much easier to do when everybody's not watching. So how convenient that 10 months later, I finally get to say something when not many people are paying attention to it. I tried to do the right thing. Do we know where the case against Patrick stands? I don't. I think he's out on bail, obviously. To best of my knowledge. I have no idea. I have no freaking clue. I mean, you saw the charges and everything, and I'm just...
Bro, you're a witness. You're a witness.
I don't know how it's been able...
You're a witness,
I've
G.
been quiet. He's talked that whole time, even
Bro,
reposted content. I was told couldn't be, hadn't be pulled down.
That's pretty stupid for him to do that. Patrick don't have nothing else but the Whitakers, so he's gonna pull that.
Thank you, Ann.
You don't have nothing else.
Karen, hey.
Ain't even doing numbers no
Eric,
more.
I've been following the Whitaker story since I saw them on Soft White Underbelly. After Mark walked away, I found you online talking to Betty, and I started following you ever since. Watched every one of your lives, especially enjoyed the videos of you, and there was definite love and trust there when you were there. Was so happy. You were a safety net. With that said, my question is, with advanced age and when she passes away, will you be adopting or obtaining permanent guardianship of... I know you stated you didn't want to separate mother and son, but when is no longer with us, can you get permanent guardianship of redacted, or would you wish to do something like that? Also want to thank you for being an open book and thinking...
He hasn't been an open book. Stop it.
Thinking enough about us to update your followers.
He's not been an open book.
You're an awesome guy with a caring heart. Thank you for being you. Your dad would be proud of you. He raised you right. Thank you.
Somebody never met his dad in their life.
I was going to say something negative about Patrick, but decided to keep it to myself and just say the difference between you and him is like night and day. Keep on doing what you're doing. I support you 100%. Thank you, Karen. Said thank you. Let me go. When
Just come on, bro. Why would you post a question and have a problem answering it? You obviously read it beforehand.
Absolutely.
Answer the question.
Without a doubt.
Then go get them.
I'm also a husband. I want time as a...
Then take the money that you have for them, put it on an attorney, and go get them. Does it seem hard, chat? He made a bunch of money off them that's sitting in a fucking fund right now, he said. Take that money, get you an attorney, and go and get the family, bro, and give them a great place to live their lights out. I'm sure you have a nice place to live, Eric. Come on, dude. Do it. I'm not against it. But there's a plan right there. Go do it then. Don't come on here trying to act like you're going to do it for the fucking fans. Go and do it.
The husband. For over the second half of my life, I've been raising children and doing that and with my wife. And that's what we've dedicated our lives to doing outside of our work. And there is, I want to spend, that time with her and get as much as in as I can, because I found her later in life and I want to get as much time with her as I can. But yes, I would also want, I would want a support system, but also I would think before that, I don't want to do to anyone what's been done to me.
Oh my God.
There's someone that's been there.
Oh my God, dude. You're such a puss.
it would
You
be
are
according to
such
what the details
a
are. I just don't
puss,
want to
Eric.
say yes. I mean, my thing at the end of the day, I want my relationship, friendship back, that connection, whether it's full time or coming to visit. I want to be there.
Then go and get them. You have a ton of money sitting in a bank account. Go get an attorney and go get them. Simple.
But I don't, like I said, I don't want to do what was done to me. My number one concern is that they are healthy, happy, no abuse, loved, and cared for. And that to me is more important than who has custody.
Dude, he's
I
such
hope
a pussy, man. Like sometimes you
that
gotta man up and
answers
be
the
a
question.
man,
I
dude.
mean, I would be
It's
through.
great to show your good heart if that's what you have, but people will see that. You don't have to portray this fucking like. People will see you have a good heart. People that know me know AD's got a good heart, man. I'll do anything in the world for you if I can. But I'm also not no puss. I'm not no pushover. You know? Don't take my kindness for weakness. That type of thing. And you don't exude any of that. Like, it's just weird. He had to make it all about
I would
himself.
consider it a blessing and an honor, but there would be other information that I would like to know so that I know that I'm doing the right thing.
Bro, it's kind of like go get them and start your life over with them. It's kind of what you
That's
have
not
to
a
do.
cash cow for me or anything like
He wants
that.
to make sure he can film them.
I'm not worried about that. But I would like to be there and be a part of the life. And I hope they haven't forgot about me. I hope they don't hate me because I didn't lie to you.
Man.
It wasn't my fault. God only knows. They're smarter than you think. I was looking forward to that. Karen, thank you. Becky Adams, first off, thank you for trying to help bless you and bless your family. Question 1, are you allowed to see or be in contact? And if so, are they okay? Thank you so much, Becky. I would refer you to many different times, probably in the broadcast, but I think I've answered that a few times. Melina Brock, I've always trusted you over Patrick and thought that you were the one being real about everything. It just seems like you keep dodging the question that so many are asking about the same thing. Where is the money that was collected from YouTube and Facebook? Thank you for your time. Melina kind of explained that earlier. That is something that is in the court. I can tell you this. It's where it's been for a very long time. Every penny. I tried to hand stuff over early on and then was told before I left West Virginia it happened. Didn't happen. And then when I got home, there's been a series of events that, because it's court related right now, I don't know that I can say, but every penny that they're owed is protected and been there for a very long time. And
I'll give him that much credit, man. I'll give him that much credit. Because Patrick couldn't do that. Patrick just said, fuck it, take me to jail, man. I ain't giving him nothing.
I tried to hand what I could over and then
it
just didn't happen. I'm not dodging the question, but there's parts of that question.
Both of you guys are fucking dirtbags.
I can't answer right now because now you're going into court matters. I can't talk court matters, but I can talk to you up until then. So there's no dodging.
Got the money or he'd have been arrested too.
Thank you.
That's my fault.
Victoria Harper, how bad was the house? Do you still have their money? I think you did a wonderful job. Was Betty the reason they was took? Victoria, how bad was the house? I guess it's according to who you talk to and what their house is like, but it was bad. The smell, I can't put in words. There was something on that floor. Not something, some things.
Damn.
Fungus and stuff. It was It was bad.
They had they had roaches out the yin yang, man, like going crazy. Roaches to tear your shit up. They wreak havoc on your appliances. Like, if they had roaches like that, then they probably had bed bugs. And one can only know that you're getting fucked up. They had probably mice and rats and shit running all through their house. They lived in squalor. They did. Yeah, they kept burning out the oven. They lived in squalor, and they shouldn't have. They all drew enough money where they didn't have to live like that. They could have took all their money together and rented a nice home for all 5 of them, all 4 of them, whatever, and had a nice place to live. They could have done that. But the people that were around them that knew what they were doing used them so badly. So badly. They did. They used that family. People probably drugged up their money. You wouldn't even buy them a fucking goddamn pair of underwear. Not a pair of Walmart shoes. Not a pack of diapers for Ray. But some snuff and some pop, though, wouldn't you? And your drugs. And it happened for years and years and years and decades. Right? How long did they catch a check, bro, and they didn't get none of that money spent on them? None of it. It's gross, man. When they all could have been living better. They just needed someone that cared more than all of them other people.
Do you still have their money? Like, do I have it? And it's not mine. But have that been dispersed? Like I said, I refer you to what I said up above, guys.
I think he still has it.
Night, Underbelly. I watched last summer as you were in West Virginia doing all the things you did. I've been watching this week as you explain the events as they happened. Did you say they had previously been multiple APS calls made on behalf of family that were not investigated? Or did I misunderstand what you were saying? If there were calls, in your opinion, why were they ignored by APS?
It's just them calls, buddy.
Educator.
You're talking about Timmy going through school. You're talking about all the people in the whole area knowing who the fucking Whitakers were. Nah, man. Fuck what APS has been reported on by people on the internet. They should have been out there on their own.
I feel like I've witnessed that so many times with CPS and children who are in need. The system needs to definitely be broken. Thank you for all that you have done to help those who are unable to help themselves. God bless. Sam and Jane, that is exactly what I said. This was according to them in my first meeting with them. And I was told there was calls all the time, like nonstop.
Fucking angry fans
but had escalated, especially since they had been getting more visible online, and there was complaints that needed to be investigated. I think in that last month, if I recall correctly, as I've said numerous times during this, around 60. Why were they not investigated? If there were calls, in your opinion, why were they ignored by APS? I'll tell you why. This is my opinion. That day when I met and gave this guardianship paperwork and all of this, they keep saying, like, we've been watching you. You're the only one that has done what they said they was going to do. And like sung a lot of my praises, but then as the conversation would go on, they'd be talking about like that with Patrick too. And then that's when it went in and I'm like, okay. You know, I'm sitting there like hearing them say compliments about Patrick. And I'm sitting there thinking like, and he told me they came to investigate him. So it was already then, it was just like, I am so confused on what's going on. So when they tell me about that day and how he cussed them out and then they left, closed the case. They said, you know, we were just wanting him to know, hey, we support you. You know, these are people online, don't know what they're talking about. I think probably just thought it was, could have been numerous things. Could have thought it was just internet rumor.
It can't be internet rumors, man. You can see them online, bro.
I don't know.
You've seen
Maybe
them
they just didn't want to do it.
online.
I don't know. I can't officially say. I just know this. When you've had, even if it was one, whether you didn't trust it or not, when it comes to people, you can't communicate.
Bro, we got to see firsthand how they lived. Firsthand. APS should have been involved way longer, way longer ago. Way longer ago. Timmy was in school. CPS should have been involved right then. You know? There's so much that they were overlooked. They were failed by the state that they lived in, the county they lived in, the town they lived in, and even their own neighbors.
You should have done it. I feel like I've witnessed that with CPS, and I mean that I never heard of APS, but I know about CPS, and I will tell you
APS calls
all the time, guys. This is the most common theme. They get involved in cases they never should have been involved in. Should have never been there for some of the most like crazy reasons. And then ones where kids' lives are in danger or where they have been so severely abused and people have called and said, you need to look into this. They just dropped the ball, probably because
the system is broken. And you know, the problem is that's the system. No matter what system that our government has put into place, someone has always found a way to fuck it over. And that's what's problem with our system. All systems. Doesn't matter what it is. No matter what system it is the government has put into place, somebody has found a way to screw it or screw with it. And that's the problem with the system. It's broken. It's broken from an internal level. It's broken down from like so far up the pole. It's just flat out broken, chat. And we're not the cause of that. It's the system. System, it's every bit of it gets corrupted. Every system that they put in place always gets corrupted. No matter what system it is. All the way down to the Board of Education, man. Department of Education, like, you have to do away with that because that shit's corrupt. And they're supposed to be there to teach our kids. I mean, it's all corrupt. Down to our healthcare system, down to our fucking our APS system, our CPS system, all of our systems. It's all screwed. They've all screwed them up internally. It's just because people find a way to corrupt each system. And then once it stays corrupt so long, then that system don't know how to keep going without all the corruption there and being. And it can get down to like just somebody walking by and seeing somebody sleeping on the job and they don't say nothing about it, right? It can go all the way down to that. People ripping the clock off, fucking, there's all kinds of shit in it. It's corrupt as fuck though. Every system we've ever had in place.
they're involved in cases that they should have never been. And
I've seen them come in and try to rip families apart for a buddy of mine, pissing to him for having weed in his system. They had every intention of trying to rip that man's family apart. He just didn't allow it. He stopped smoking weed, went to their fucking classes. He had to jump through hoops. Yeah, they had every intention to rip that family apart, though. They were not nice. And all he did was smoke fucking weed. That's how I feel about the system, man.
Short staffed, and the whole thing is a mess. The whole thing is a mess. CPS has been that way for a very long time. And
yep,
from what I'm seeing on the other side, I'm definitely not impressed either. I'll just say it like
didn't Eric say that there's somebody filming from inside the fucking control room and shit? That's some deep fucking accusations. Yep. That's some deep accusations, man. Everybody, we was here for an hour and a half tonight. Good conversations, folks. Yeah, that's how you double up on the topics, baby. It's probably how we'll roll from here on out. We'll probably have a bunch of different topics. And I'll be taking topics from the audience as well. I think I keep saying it, but at some point I want to jump down the Ryan Upchurch and Kylie Rodney thing. I may do that tomorrow night, where Ryan Upchurch got sued for $17.5 million, man, and punitive damages haven't even hit yet. I imagine that's going to be another 10, another 15 or 20 maybe. He's going to be put through the ringer. But we'll talk about it. You guys have a beautiful evening, man. I appreciate all of you. Salute. You know what we can do as adults and as human beings? We can get up every day and we can take a step forward and not buck the system, but to preach out about what the wrongs that are going on, and let your voice be heard. When you're in groups of people, tell people, like, talk about things, bring things up that normal people won't talk about, get ideas rolling, get things going that get people thinking and get people talking. And somehow we can make this change in our culture. We can make a good change in our culture. I believe that. At least that's what I'm going to try to do while I'm here. I'm just going to keep running my damn mouth and keep speaking about the right thing. Helping each other can be a start. That's exactly what I mean. Talk to each other. Bring up ideas. Spark conversations. The right ones. Salute to you. Stay aggressive and always remain defiant. I fucking love y'all.